Good morning.
Good morning from day 3 here on the Disney Magic. We are docked in Nassau this morning, which, if you've seen our vlogs before, you know what that means. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're staying on the ship.
Yep.
We're going to go down to the pool this morning. We have some delicious mimosas already.
Yep.
Very nice. We brought some champagne on board.
Yep. Remember, each guest aboard Disney Cruise Line 21 and up can bring up to 2 I think it's 750 milliliters of wine or champagne.
Yes, each person.
Yeah,
in your party. So if you have 4 people, that's 8 bottles. So keep that in mind.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
We just bought 2.
We just bought 2 because we enjoy all the drinks they have on the ship.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we're just gonna have a nice, relaxing morning. We're gonna go down to the adults pool, get some sun, relax. Pro tip: if you're like me and have a widow's peak, thanks, Dad. Remember to put sunscreen in the little corners because it really burned.
A little pink today.
A little pink, but that's okay. We got sunscreen. So yeah, we're gonna have a really nice day. And we'll see you back when we do some afternoon activities.
Yeah. Joey rushed me out of the pool, made me shower, and now we're going to Disney Parks trivia.
None of that's true, but we're going to
true.
trivia. I'll do a bit of a little quick walkthrough of the shops later this evening. We have bought a couple stuff. We'll do a haul later. They still do have some 25th stuff, so for any of the non-Halloween in the High Seas cruises, I like that Making Magic shirt. It's pretty good. You might be able to see it. Not a lot of magic specific stuff, which is a bit of a bummer. A lot of it is just kind of generic to all the ships. But yeah, lots of good stuff. Time for us to lose. Park trivia is Team Old Fantasyland. Then a nice walk around the ship looking at everything in the port of Nassau. Beautiful water, all little details. It's just nice to kind of walk around the ship, explore a little bit, get some fresh air, and yeah, just kind of enjoy everything while it's nice and quiet. With the lifeboats up there, and just enjoying the ship. And then we walked over and met Bruno and, oh my god, I forget her name from Encanto. Maribel from Encanto. Really cool interaction, especially having both of them in a meet and greet at the same time. It was really just like an awesome little surprise on the ship. And then we lost more Disney trivia.
Hello.
We suck at trivia, yeah, we totally suck.
Why are people so good? How do you know every answer? Are you cheating? Are you
nailing?
See,
I didn't have a PS2 as a kid, and they had a question about Clarabelle Cow in Kingdom Hearts 2, but apparently she made a 0.5-second cameo in the Rivers of Light or something coming out of it.
Kingdom Hearts 2? You had said, no, she's not in Kingdom Hearts 2. She's in either 1 or 3. Why?
Well, because I remembered her in 3, because I played 3. That was on PS5.
I go to you when it's video game questions. I trusted you.
Well, you should know better by now.
Anyway,
Anyways,
we've got one more shot.
Yes, we have 2000s
2000 trivia. Nothing will compare to the 2008.
If it's got Drowning Pool, Disturbed, friggin' Chevelle, we're good. If it's got anything else, we're screwed. We're too white. All right. So, anyways, we are heading now to Triton's for dinner. Very excited. Lumiere's. Where's Triton's? That's on the Wonder. They're the same restaurant. They're the same. Right. Triton's here. Wonder. There's Lumiere's. There's Cinderella's table. Right on the Fantasy or the Dream has Cinderella's table.
Sure.
And then the whatever. Anyways, we're gonna go there. I'm gonna have a double crowned, and it's gonna be great. So
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It is dinner time in Lumiere's. One of our favorite menus to have the double crowned escargot. French onion soup is always really good. The oven baked salmon royale is delicious, as is the duck breast and the lamb and the filet. Honestly, I got bread service with the olive tapenade, and there is that escargot. It did not give us bread, even though we saw other people with it. There's my double crown, which was also kind of disappointing. Kelly got the Enchanted Illusion, I believe is what it's called. Also a little disappointing. I got my baked brie pretty late after Kelly had gotten her soup, French onion soup, which was pretty good. And then I got my salmon royale after also getting the duck breast that I wasn't supposed to get, which Kelly got. Yeah, the food, pretty disappointing. But they did have some merch, some 25th merch, which you can take a look at here. Some necklaces, jewelry, nice ornaments and little figures you can put on your mantle. The Spirit jersey they had, as well as some shirts that weren't labeled as 25th, but they had the color scheme. So you know what, we are going to count those. Also these really cool paper napkin holders, Not a lot of Magic specific merch, a mug and a shirt and a Spirit jersey, and I think one headband. Just kind of a general look at the rest of the merch they had. A lot of this kind of sea foamy blue color, and a pretty cute kind of convertible Loungefly backpack and a little holdable purse.
We're back.
We're back from dinner.
From Lumiere.
Lumiere's. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that dinner sucked.
Wasn't my favorite service and wasn't my favorite meal, unfortunately.
Yeah. So it was a Lumiere's, as you saw. Went through everything. Legitimately, honestly, unironically, one of my favorite menus. It's got the double crowned, which is one of my favorite drinks on board. The escargot is always a favorite. I absolutely love the salmon royale. Super good. And creme brulee is one of my favorite desserts. They have a very good creme brulee. All intents and purposes, should be fantastic. It was not.
No.
Definitely thinking it is a staffing issue.
They just didn't seem like they had enough.
Everyone, I thought maybe last night, okay, they have the show, they have to rush a little bit. Nope, everybody's sprinting around.
And the dining room wasn't even full.
Dining room was not full. There's a lot of empty tables.
I felt bad, ordering.
Yeah. Like, we skipped dessert.
Yeah, we
were
literally
like, this
skipped
is so
dessert.
chaotic in here.
Nothing's chaotic.
Yeah, so
nothing's worth it that we haven't had before. So we just
the double crown that I got was not good at all. Did not taste like it normally does. You ordered what you thought was something else.
Yeah, so I had noticed another table had what looked like to be the Shimmering Seas cocktail.
Yeah, the 25th
which was
cocktail.
Exclusive to the 25th anniversary sailing, which this is not a 25th anniversary sailing.
In between.
But there's still some stuff of the 25th, and so I asked our beverage server, can I get that drink that's at that table? And I pointed to it because it was literally right
and
there.
She looked.
And she was like, oh yeah. No, I just got
whatever
else. Yeah. So I was like,
yeah, and then we got our escargots. Did not come with the breadstick thing they normally come with. A lot of other people got it.
A lot of people had it. The little mini baguettes. You dip it in the garlic butter. I'm like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird vibes. So
brie was kind of cold. My salmon royale didn't taste like it normally does. Had the breading on it with the horseradish and the truffle was really strong. And then so we just skipped out on dessert and bounced. Yeah, weird. Just not good at all, honestly. Very bad. And this is our 8th cruise. And, the Wish we understood because it was such a new ship. They were still in training.
Yeah.
The mistakes they made. Oh, and it took a while. Like, I got the soup that came out, way after Kelly's soup.
Oh, yeah. You had ordered 2 appetizers, and they came out very far away from each other, which was interesting.
I got the brie when Kelly got the soup.
And then you got the soup,
when you got your
30 minutes
entree.
later.
And then he gave me duck instead of the salmon, so I had to wait for the salmon to come back. It was a lot. I know a lot of that isn't on them, but at the same time, we paid $2,000 for the cruise. It's not, this isn't a new ship. It's an old ship with an old menu.
It wasn't bad. It just made me feel like there's something going on.
It was kind of bad.
I mean,
Not sugar-coated. It wasn't great. I mean, my glass for my drink was sugar-coated. But I think now we're going to head down to O'Gill's and brave the 2000s music trivia. And then maybe go to Keys afterwards. There's a really awesome pianist over in Keys that we like a lot.
We really enjoy Keys.
Freilich, I think is his last name.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Josh Freilich, yeah. Super amazing pianist. Just we had seen him on the Fantasy when we were there for the Star Wars Day at Sea inside the Champagne Lounge, the Bubbles Lounge. Incredible at piano. Something like that. Really amazing. And so we might see him later tonight. But for now, let's head over to O'Gill's.
Back in Keys for the welcome home cocktail that Kelly got, this beautiful blue martini style cocktail, and I got the sommelier bin, which actually happened to be a really nice bottle of Moet Imperial.
We're back in a room after a nice time at Keys.
I love
very
Keys.
Nice. Keys is very nice.
So nice.
And if you're on the Wonder, the sister place is Cadillac Lounge.
Yeah.
Also very nice. Nice on both.
Yeah.
Amazing pianist. Nice time.
Yeah.
Got the sommelier bin.
Yeah, that was Joe's first time ordering something from the sommelier bin.
I got Moet Imperial, which I think is a pretty expensive glass of champagne.
Yeah, for $12.
For $12, which is nice. And Kelly got the Welcome Home Shimmery Shimmer cocktail. Very nice. Very tasty. We had an extremely eventful evening, also at O'Gill's. But we'll talk later because it was a little late. And I think we're going to have a fairly long debrief on the last evening.
Throw hands because I'm just going to say it was the worst guest, like, reaction that I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Like,
it was pretty bad.
Yeah, she made a cast member cry.
Yeah.
And
we went to bat.
Yeah, we went to bat for them. So so stay tuned for a long.
Yes.
We'll debrief at home, but I'm too mad right now. I'm just too mad.
Ramped. We went to Keys to like get champagne.
I had to calm
down from the adrenaline.
I was like, oh my god.
And then we're both like, oh, the champagne is so good. We are not confrontational people.
No, we're not. We're not. We're like, oh my god.
It's very rare.
But we'll get into it.
We'll get into it later. But anyways, a very nice night. Debark in the ship tomorrow morning. We'll do express walk off. Bit of a long drive back to Orlando from Miami. Yeah. But once we get home and settled in, we'll talk to you about our cruise.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. We have arrived back home from the Disney Magic in the port of Miami for some story time before our overall thoughts. So kind of what happened at O'Gill's during 2000's trivia.
So we went to O'Gill's on the last night of our sailing to play 2000's music trivia. It was our last chance to earn a medal because we still haven't gotten one, and I was robbed.
Yes.
But
spoilers, we did not win the medal.
We did not, but we should have. So it was a Sunday night. And we walked in maybe, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes before trivia started.
Yeah, usually.
And all of the televisions were playing Sunday night football. It was Sunday night, right? Not Monday night. Okay, so Sunday night football. I think Miami was playing.
Yeah, it was like Miami was playing, the Falcons were playing, I think the Cowboys were, I don't know, it was a couple of games. We don't watch football.
It was packed.
Yeah.
And I looked at Joe and I was like, ooh, these people are going to be real pissed when this switches to 2000's music trivia.
Yes.
So we got a drink and got our paper, and, the entertainment host was making announcements saying, just a reminder, at this time, 2000's music trivia starts, and people were kind of like, oh, ha ha ha. And then we're like, ooh, this is going to get real interesting because they don't really know, like, it's going to switch over. So they keep making announcements, and they made an announcement, and I think like one game had like 2 minutes left in the game, and it was like a really close score. And so, the host said, made the announcement that it was going to switch over, and then one particular woman, we'll call her Karen, came up to the host and was like, "You're not serious, are you?" Like, just like that to the host. And I immediately was like, this is gonna get bad. Like, let me take my earrings out right now, because I was just pumped. I never get to see these things. I never get to see it. I mean, it was disgusting. I wish I hadn't seen it, but, and the host, this was happening like all right behind us, and the host was like, yes, like, not, 2000's music trivia starts at this time, da 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 da. And she, of course, immediately wants to speak to a manager. And while they're getting the manager, was it you or I don't know what possessed us to insert ourselves into this conversation.
Well, she had been talking to the guy for a while and like really being a jerk about it. Being like, can't do this, like just 2 minutes left in the game, you absolutely cannot do this, I have to speak to somebody, you cannot do this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
pretty standard, like, I'm gonna speak to somebody above you, like, there's 2 minutes left in the game, are you kidding me? All these people are in here to watch the game, blah, da, 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 like, it's fine, just leave it on, then you can go into your trivia. And, there were like 3 managers, I think, in there, or higher up cruise people. Yeah. And the poor entertainment host couldn't have been more than like 25. And
if anything. He was like on the verge of tears the whole time. And there was like, it wasn't just us, there was at least 3 other tables that were like, essentially going over and like consoling this poor guy as like they were figuring stuff out, and she was like raising up hell about it. And like, other people were making comments towards her because she was just being nasty.
Because we were like, trivia, it was time for trivia. Like, trivia was about to start, basically. And they're still figuring it out, and they're looking at all the panels to switch the TVs and blah, blah, blah. And then she kind of was like going back to her table and was like, kind of looked at us like, can you believe this? I'm like, yeah, can you believe this? And she's like, I know, right? And we're like, no, you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what took over us, but I literally was like, I just kind of went, not off on her, but it was just like, are you kidding me? It's a football game. It's a football game, and you're on a cruise. Why? Who cares? And she's like, there's 2 minutes left in the game. And I was like, listen, lady, we don't know a lot about football, but we know when there's 2 minutes left in the game, that means like 20 minutes. I don't give about your football. It's time for trivia. Like,
Yep.
it does, like, go to your room and watch the game. Go to another bar and watch a game. And she goes, well, do you see that lady over there? Her son is actually, sons, I think, are on the roster. And I was like, great. Why the hell is she not at, can I say hell? I don't remember what our PG-13 is, sorry. And I was like, great. Why is she not at the game in person? Well, our kids go to school tomorrow. I'm like, great. Why are you on this cruise if your kids go to school tomorrow? Like,
and she like tried to make dig about how like, oh, well, you're just two adults that are on this cruise by yourself with no kids. Like, that's weird, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then like stormed off. And then other people were like yelling stuff at her, and then they eventually did leave.
There were like maybe 5 tables now for trivia. We all like booed her out of there.
Yep. And like applauded when she left. And she was like just a nasty person.
She was so nasty, and like her face was like all twisted up. At one point, she had her like wine glass in her hand, all shaking. And at one point, I remember thinking, please throw this on me so I can literally get you kicked off this boat, because I've never seen a woman or person be so disgusting to multiple like, you know what happens to cast members in the parks, on the cruise line, whatever, you know what happens, but this was over football.
It was
Are
bad,
you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
So like afterwards, we had trivia that went well. Like, lots of people went over to the cruise host, including us, like gave him a hug, said like, it's cool, like, don't worry about it, because he like felt bad about the whole situation.
That's like one of the first times I've seen like a cast member cry, like just openly. You could tell he was just broken, but yeah, everyone was like, please, like, you did the right thing, like, don't worry about it, people just suck. That was no excuse for her behavior at all, like, whatsoever. Gave him friendship bracelets, gave him a hug, went to guest relations and wrote a letter, asked what the best way to commend them, because Disney Cruise Line is a little different than Walt Disney World, where cast compliments are in the app within Disney World and in the theme parks, but on the cruise line it's like a handwritten letter, and I wrote like a 2-page thing.
So we wrote a letter to him, so gave that to guest services, and like that would go in his file.
The person at guest services was like, oh, I know exactly who this is.
Who knew it is, like, know the situation.
So hopefully, like, So then we actually played trivia, and I'm doing very well. Literally, I hit every single song, artist and title, artist and title, artist and title. And it comes down to, I think, the 40 points, I had 39. Like, I missed literally 1. And so did one other table. So we literally had 39 out of 40, and we go to the tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker is, how long is, now I've said this, and I don't remember what it is. I know it's a Taylor Swift, but it's All Too Well, sorry. Taylor's version, All Too Well. Like, how long is the song title? And I knew it was 10 minutes. And you'll put the words of what it is exactly here, because now I'm like,
it's 10 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, 10 minutes and 13 seconds. And I think I put 10 minutes and 10 seconds or something.
We just put 10 minutes,
or just put 10 minutes.
And the other team put 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And he gave it to the other team, which probably should have gotten it, but we didn't want to press it because of the whole situation.
Because if you play closest to the pin / Price is Right, it's the lower number works. So the other team actually won. We didn't actually get our medal. I was robbed, but I didn't want to make a big deal about it because there was already a lot of stress. I was like, I'm not gonna push it. It's fine. But
because he was even going back and forth for a second, because he didn't really know what to do, and then he just gave it to one.
I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, it was just what a crazy way to end the night. And then we went to Keys for like a final drink, because we were like,
yes. Yeah, that was nice. Keys was great. Every time we went to Keys on the cruise, it was really fantastic.
Yeah, honestly, our drinks and like cocktail experiences were better than the food and most other experiences on this sailing.
Yes.
I think it's because there weren't a lot of kids on the sailing, so the hosts like bar service got to spend like time and do like tableside stuff. But overall, it was a good cruise. We're happy to be back on the Magic. Did not have a good experience with food choices and entree.
Dining room was really rough for the whole cruise. I don't know if they just didn't have enough people in the dining room or what. And we also, we're part of a couple cruise groups on Facebook. We're not going on Facebook too much, but we did see other people also had really negative experiences on the Magic, specifically in the dining rooms and like quick service and stuff. So I don't know if they're like transitioning and they like have a ton of new crew on board, especially the older ships, or they're just focusing more on the newer ships. I don't know. But that was really rough. Both our dining room experiences, main dining rotation room experiences were pretty bad.
Just like we're getting things.
Yeah, we're getting things. Things would take forever. We had to send a lot of stuff back, which that happened to the Magic, but at least as a new ship with new people, and this is the Magic, which is literally the oldest, ship. So that
was the only thing, but still love the ship. So happy that they're not using the Port of Miami anymore and they're going to Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
So that'll be nice. Would do the Magic again.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice to squeeze in a little trip. But yeah.
Yeah, well, had a great time in the Magic.
Story time.
Wrap up of our cruise blogs here at Young at the Parks. So if you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. And we'll see you next time from Young at the Parks.
Bye.